Now, some of you may remember last year, there was a bunch of people going around calling themselves Veneer Techs. Brandon was one of those people. But Brandon had a problem. He got arrested because there's no such thing as a veneer tech. You have to be a dentist to put veneers on people. It's like calling yourself a nose job technician. No, you gotta be a surgeon. Now, Brandon's problem is actually bigger than it may seem because he just got all his charges and his counts. He got 110 counts. Brandon looked at his lawyer, he said, how I got 110 counts, meanwhile Sean Puff Daddy Combs only got 5? How that make sense? Brandon's lawyer said, great question, Brandon. You see, the thing about the court of law is it's not just about how many crimes you do. Those are your charges. It's about how many times you do those crimes. Those are your counts. And since you practice, no offense, on a whole bunch of people, you got a whole bunch of counts. Brandon said, okay, that makes sense. But what I did wasn't that bad, right? It was bad. You see, this whole thing started a few years back when Brandon noticed that everybody and their moms wanted veneers. So he said, look, all you gotta do is glue the teeth on the teeth. Let me just do that. So Brandon started a business calling himself a Veneer Tech. Glue the teeth on the teeth. Now, I want you to peep his jewelry. That boy was making money. He was charging an average around $3,000 per set. Over the years, he made about $4 million because Brandon was a savvy businessman. He utilized social media to its fullest and he was popular because the teeth was looking good. Now I know what you're thinking. Well, what's the problem? The teeth looking good, everybody happy. Well, we're going to get to that in a moment. But first I want you to notice what it says up here. Atlanta's top veneer specialist and trainer. He made money training people in this tomfoolery. Whole time he knows that you need a license to do this. Brandon said, well, look, as long as the teeth look good, then we all happy. Because here's where things start to get wicked. Because it turns out there's a reason why you need a dentist to put veneers on you. There's a lot of details that go into veneers. You got to shave the teeth a certain way if needed. You got to clean the teeth a certain way. He wasn't doing that. So when people would go to the actual dentist, say, hey, look at my veneers, the dentist would be like, your teeth falling out. In fact, it was so obvious that these veneers were placed by someone without a license, dentists immediately start reporting it. They didn't ask no questions. One of Brandon's patients came out and said, as soon as her dentist looked at her teeth, he said, check his wall for a license. So people had to pay thousands upon thousands of dollars in repairs. Brandon said, what? He said, no, you just gotta glue the teeth on the teeth. The police said, put your hands behind your back. So police raided his spot, found out he had prescription level drugs he was giving his patients so he can, add veneers on them. He can't do that. He don't have a license. Found out he'd been doing this for years. Found out again, he'd been charging people thousands upon thousands of dollars. This is fraud. This is theft. So now you can see how the charges and accounts start adding up. Worst part is he can't deny any of this stuff. He documented everything on Instagram. This man got so many charges, they slapped him with a RICO. They say, you know what? You did all of this stuff on